On October 18th, 2025, my family's life split into a before and after. My niece, Chanelle Alvarez, was shot and killed in Ogden, Utah, at the age of 15. And there is nothing in life that could have prepared me or anyone for that sentence that I just said to become a reality. What people don't talk about enough when something like this happens is that it doesn't just take one life. It actually sends shockwaves through everyone connected to that person. My family was fractured in ways that I didn't even know was possible. Not only was my niece murdered, but people lost homes, people lost their jobs, people lost stability. And a lot of people, especially the children in my family, they lost their sense of safety. A lot of the kids of our family live in terror because they now know that not even kids are exempt from having things like this, horrible things like this to happen to them. Because suddenly the unthinkable happened to my niece. What happened to my niece happened in the wee hours of the morning. So my niece took her last breath at around about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I found out about 30 minutes after that. And this is life now. Something that me and my family can never go back and change. We just kind of have to learn how to breathe differently now in a new climate, in a new world that we wake up in every day without her. My sister is her mother, and she's forced to wake up in a world that her daughter no longer wakes up in. I want to share with you all how the day after my niece, Chanelle, passed away, I was out for a walk at about 6:41 a.m. where I'm hearing the most lovely bird singing. When I'm hearing a song being sung by a bird that was almost angelic. And so I start looking around to see where the sound is coming from, and I seen a bright red bird sitting on a branch in a tree. This bird was unlike anything I had ever seen in my life. The way the bird moved around, the color of the bird, it was so bright, blood red, I'll say. It was blood red. This bird was so gorgeous, it almost looked as though somebody accidentally let their pet out. Again, it was unlike anything I had ever seen in my life. I did not know what kind of bird it was. I do know that it seemed as though the bird was trying to get my attention. The bird was looking at me. It was, again, cocking its head and following my movement even. So when me and the bird finally locked eyes, do you know I heard my niece's name pop into my mind? Got a little bit excited. So much so I came home and I told all of my family. I told my sister, her mom, I told my mom, told my kids, I told my husband, I told everybody about this bright red bird. And in a later conversation, my sister was telling me and my mom that she would like to get in contact with the Long Island medium. And so I find myself on her channels, where I discovered that the bright red bird that I had encountered was in fact called a red cardinal. I instantly logged off of the Long Island medium's channels and pages, and I went to do my own research on what the red cardinal means. To my surprise, it is said that when a red cardinal appears, angels are near. And in my case, specifically, it was the day after my niece had just passed away. And when I finally locked eyes with the bird, my niece's name, Chanelle, just popped into my mind. So that was, in fact, a visit. It felt like a visit from my loved one. And it also felt as though not only was that her energy, but she had crossed over and she is now in the realm of the angels. She is an angel. And I knew that that was a visitation. I knew it was specifically for me, and there was no such thing as coincidences in this moment. I again later learned that many people's loved ones appear as cardinals, okay? And the cardinal can symbol a quick, gentle, and angelic transition. That also brought me so much peace just by seeing a red bird. That experience changed me. In fact, everything I experienced since October 18th, 2025 changed me. I was able to understand grief from a whole new level now. I've experienced loss. I've experienced death in the family. But this one gave me a whole new understanding. It gave me a whole new perspective to look at it. It's important to understand that my niece lived her life with love, and so she will stay in the spirit of love even after she's transitioned. And that was the message I got when I seen the cardinal myself. Love does not end when the body does. This video is for my niece, Chanelle, and for everyone who's learning how to live life after the unthinkable has happened. If you believe in signs, you'll understand. And if you don't, that's okay too. I wanted to share something important with you all that I thought was quite interesting, and it's that I didn't create my cosmic thoughts, cosmic release, and cosmic resilience codes knowing I would literally need them for something like this, something like what happened to my niece Chanelle. And then life literally tested me. Those codes had already rewired my nervous system. They had already trained my mind not to collapse under this shock that my whole entire family underwent. They had already taught my body how to stay present inside the pain. I had to be the anchor for my sister because she was the one who was getting ready to fall completely to pieces. My sister needed someone who could stay grounded when she fell apart. And because I had already done this work, because my mind had already been trained, I didn't spiral. I didn't disassociate, and I didn't break. My cosmic code collection already prepared me to hold this space for grief without being consumed by it, which could easily had happened. I built those codes before the storm ever even arrived. And when the storm came, I realized I wasn't learning how to survive in real time. I had already been trained. That's what my cosmic code activations did for me. They didn't remove the pain. They gave me strength to stand inside of it. Now, I want to speak directly to my baby niece, Chanelle. Chanelle, it feels strange to say that we've entered this new year without you. 2026 started and you didn't walk into it with us. But I need you to know something. You didn't disappear. You shifted. Your life changed the trajectory of ours. Your passing woke people up. Your name is spoken in rooms where healing is happening. You're not remembered in silence. You're remembered in strength. If you're watching this video, I want you to hear me clearly. Preparation does not mean knowing what will happen. Preparation means building an inner world that can hold whatever happens. We don't rewire our minds to manifest the perfect life. We rewire our minds so that when life breaks us open, we don't break. Grief doesn't ask for permission, but resilience can be trained. And if there's one thing that Chanelle's life and transition taught me as her aunt, it's that love doesn't end. Energy does not disappear. And the very work that you do on yourself today can be the thing that allows you to save someone else tomorrow. And Chanelle, If love is the bridge between worlds, then we're always going to be connected. I love you, sweetheart. And for all of you who watched, thank you so much. For those of you who liked, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I want to assure you that I will not be speaking of anything that will help bring the empathetic people down to a lower level of frequency. I just wanted to let you all know that I experienced something deeply life-changing, soul-breaking, heart-shattering. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to the channel. I'm Christina, and I will see you all in the future.